So endoplasmic reticulum is probably a new term for you today, as well as somatic cell. So the nucleus, it's where the DNA is found. It houses the genetic material, or the DNA, is continuous with or joined on to this structure here, the endoplasmic reticulum, that we're going to learn about in a minute. So it's got its own membrane, that same membrane material that we were looking at, like the lava lamps. And then this endoplasmic reticulum also is similar in structure. So this is an actual nucleus here on a cell. And if I just go back a little bit, you can see the nuclear membrane here. So the surrounding of the nucleus has got little holes in. And that's really important because this molecule, messenger RNA, can get in and out. So we can get messages from the DNA out to these structures around here. And those messages are instructions for building proteins. And we'll have a look at that in a much later unit. So there's our actual slide, micrograph. That means a picture from a microscope of a cell with the nucleus showing there. So the nucleus, as you can see on the top right-hand corner, that's not a cell now, that's just the nucleus in this bit here. That's just the nucleus. It contains something called the nucleolus, and that's a spherical structure, just a sort of ball-like structure, which produces and assembles something called ribosomes. And we'll talk about them as well later on. They're really important in making proteins. And inside the nucleus, we find our DNA, and the structure that our DNA is found in is called a chromosome. So if it wasn't in a chromosome, it would be, imagine you took a ball of string, you unraveled it all and just chucked it on the floor on your desk. It would just be really tangly, really knotty, really big mess. And that's what would happen to our chromosome if it wasn't nicely, tidily wound up. So it's nice and tidily wound up in a chromosome structure. And you can see on the screen here, this is our double helix, the DNA, which you're probably familiar with. And that double helix is wrapped around these histones here.